So, Guy, you run the show here?
Yep.
Wasatch Reptile Expo. How long have you been here now?
In the fall, it'll be 24 years.
24 years. And you and Jason go way back.
Yeah, we've known each other since I was in diapers.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you guys knew each other that long. I thought it was more time.
No.
Wow.
That's how NV Reptiles was named. Nelson versus Lewis. It was NV. And then we turned it to NV Reptiles.
Wow. So what are you excited about this year?
We've got a lot of brand new vendors this year. A lot more diversity. The show was packed out as far as vendor-wise. A lot of new people coming in, learning about reptiles. So how the show kind of started in the beginning is a lot of education. So yeah, it's helping up raise up the next generation.
Fantastic. Did you have a question for me?
So, how many years have you done two shows?
We started in 2015, I believe, is when we started doing the two shows here.
So people are aware that fall and spring show.
Yeah. Actually, the spring started being a little bit bigger, pedestrian-wise, than the fall show. But it's pretty close to the same.
That's good. And education. I remember when we first started the show started, we were doing a lot of teaching people about reptiles.
Right.
So, do you feel like that's came a long way?
Oh yes, I think the community, the reptile community in Utah, I feel has grown a lot because of the show. Not taking all the credit or anything, but I think it's definitely made a lot more reptile enthusiasts for sure.
We talk about it all the time. I don't think people realize Utah's kind of a reptile hotspot.
Yeah, it is now.
A lot of well-known breeders. 2 reptile shows now, both doing twice a year. Utah's got a lot going on.
And there's some vendors here. If you go to Luxor, they were 7 and 8 years old when they come to the first shows, and now they're in their mid 20s and they're vending. They're actually going to have a drone fly around today taking videos. So,
thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being and supporting the show.
So we're here with TSK. How about you introduce yourself? Tell us how long you've been doing this.
Oh no. I'm Colette Sutherland, and we were just talking yesterday. We've been doing this over 30 years. And then I felt really old.
And how many of those years have you known Jason?
Long.
Maybe. But it's been over 30 years. I mean, I've had snakes since junior high. So that's over 40 years. So.
And now your daughter's...
Yes, and now...
She's taking over?
Yes.
Scott's into it?
Yeah. Scott does most of the supplies. And neither one of them are here today because they also coach college lacrosse. And both of their teams made nationals. And they're all flying out.
Very good.
So what do you want people to know about TSK? What are you most known for in terms of species?
In terms of, well, we started with colubrids, then we sold all those, and we got ball pythons, so most people know us from ball pythons. And so that's just one of the things that we did, and now we have a few different things.
What is the most expensive snake here today?
The most expensive snake here today? At my table or the show? Oh, it would just be a piebald clown.
So do you want to show off a couple snakes for us?
There's, it's not like it's a new season. Nothing's hatched yet. So it's just stuff from last year. But, we hatched it earlier this year.
Nice looking animals. All very healthy.
Yeah, some of them even, take a bite out of it. We've got the pied clowns that are over here. We have this. Just bring that one out. Now this isn't like, super fantastic, but this is a pastel banana leopard spot nose, but he lost a lot of his yellow coloring. So a few years ago, after he shed, he lost all of his cool yellow coloring, and it does happen from time to time. And so he just looks very different. So anyway, so we just, we brought some summer snakes with us, and so yeah, we're just have a few things. Stuff's cooking in the incubator, getting ready for the new season.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys.
How about you introduce yourself? I'm Mike. This
I'm
is
Corey
Jason.
Sackett. I'm one of the owners and founders of Liquid Earth Organic Products. We have a nursery in West Jordan.
Oh, okay. So tell us about your terrariums.
Yeah, so our terrariums, I hand blow all the glass and everything for the terrariums. They're all natural. They're a self-growing ecosystem. So they're super cool because you don't have to have any like grow lights or anything like that. No sunny windows, just natural indoor type of light. The great thing about them, super easy to care for. As long as you see mist on the glass in the morning and evening, you don't add any water. If you do, it's just a couple of quick spritses with a spray bottle, and that's it. You can also use them to put frogs in, so like little dart frogs, glass frogs. You can do like the Starry Nights. They do really, really well in them. So
that's what I was going to ask, whether they were plant only or whether you could do animals as well.
Yeah, any of the really small frogs, usually you want to do, if it's an inch frog, you want to have about a gallon's worth of space for them. And so I do larger terrariums and ecosystems. You can see the ones that's right here on the table. Those are our larger systems. And then we can custom build anything to go into anybody's household as well. Everything we do is natural, so we don't use spray foams, we don't use paints, we don't use anything that's not a natural base.
Wow. Do you want to show off a couple for us?
Yeah. These are pretty awesome. Like these right here are formed actually to the wood. So these are a one-of-a-kind piece. So you can see how it's all formed to the wood. So these are really, really cool. It's a piece of driftwood. And we do like decorative marbles and everything on them as well to kind of match with the terrarium. Some of the marbles can take me 20 hours to make. So they're a long-term process, but they're really pretty. Everything is alive, so all the moss and everything you see in there is all living. And they're great habitats for little frogs. You can also do like the little long-tailed lizards, because their tail is really long, but their body is short, and they eat like fruit flies and stuff like that. So they're really good in there as well. I do all kinds of little figurines. This is one of our new little mini vivariums that we're doing, just for like sitting on your countertop or your desk at work. And you want to have something like that. It's got running water and everything, so a little cascade of water. No maintenance or anything with this other than adding water. So super cool. If the plants get too big, you just trim them back. So really easy.
What do they range in price?
So my glassware and everything for like my terrariums, it's going to range in price from $15 for like our little bitty guys, which are really cool, So from $15 to about $400, depending on which glassware and how big it is. And then like our big vivariums, like these guys right here, are some of our big living ecosystems. These guys have sprayers, they have automated light systems, they have a text message alert if the water gets too low. So on vacation, you always know you don't have to have a plant sitter. They have the pump system. These guys are $1,300 and it comes just like you see it. It has the full sump system at the bottom, and that's how you care for them. You add your water in the top, but it tells you if you're a cup low, 2 cups low, what's your low. But then it also has a text message, so you never have to really worry about it. And these guys are really cool. We make these in several sizes. We have payment plans at the store, which makes it really convenient for people. If you can't afford it, but you really want one, just, you know, $25 a month, and as soon as it's paid for, it's yours. So really great systems there. We try and work with just about everybody so they can have the perfect environment. And again, everything in there is natural. There's no spray foams, no cements, no paints. Everything is natural. It's fully biological. There's no filters to change or anything. The lighting system is Wi-Fi compatible, so you can turn your lights on and off from anywhere in the world if you want to. And it has a daytime setting as well as a nighttime setting. So if we turn that off, this is its nighttime setting. So that also helps to iridesce some of those frogs, different plants and stuff for at night. For instance, if you put like a Roberta in here, you'll actually see more coloration on the Roberta at night. So really cool.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. I appreciate you guys stopping by.
We're here at the Wasatch Reptile Show today, and we got Paul Ray here with Raider Reptiles, and we wanted to ask him a few questions and show off some of these pretty animals he's got here today. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it me and my wife about 4.5, 5 years now.
Nice.
What made you decide to go from keeping
YouTube videos. It's about, I'd say 5 years ago, we bought our first ball python here at the Wasatch Reptile Expo.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember who we bought it from. It was just a lesser B female. Started watching some videos, started getting interested in the genetics, the breeding side of it. And talked to my wife into letting me get 4 females and a male, and I said we're going to go from there. And that lasted about a month, and we had 20 and then 100. And, it snowballed.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
So where are you at?
We're at a Harriman, Utah.
Harriman, Utah.
So pretty close.
People in Utah, they need a ball python.
Yep.
And
Hit us up on Instagram.
You were mentioning spring is probably going to be your big time as far as the number of animals you have. Let's have you go ahead and show off a couple of your animals. What are you excited about?
Oh, hoping to have several hypo collectors this year. We haven't produced any hypos ourselves, so we're trying to get hypo into everything, just like regular sausage. Kind of limited on our supply right now because we're just eggs are starting to come in and hatch.
It's that time of year. It's kind of off season, but yeah. We still got some beautiful animals here.
What's the most expensive one here today?
Oh, we don't have much expensive here today. Probably just this super Pastellenchi spider clown female. Hopefully looking to just sell a lot of pets to people today.
Thank you for your time.
All right, appreciate it.
Hey, do you have a card?
So we're here with Joey Muggleston from Great Basin Serpentarium, one of the top breeders in the country for a variety of animals. When I think of you, I kind of think of lizards, monitors, the invertebrates, but you also do a wide variety of snakes. What do you want people to know about Great Basin? Like, what do you think you're known for?
It depends. Yeah, it depends what show we're doing. We do a lot of blue tongues, lots of blue tongues. But we also do, like you mentioned, a lot of other types of lizards too. A lot of monitors. We've been doing monitors for well over a decade now. A lot of dwarf monitor stuff. So Ackies and blue spot tumor monitors. We just picked up Kimberly Rock monitors. We're working with them now. Some true monitors. But yeah, we do a lot of spiders. We have almost 200 species of invertebrates we're working with now, and over 100 different species of reptiles. And so, wide variety. Everything we do is captive bred. So anything that you see on our table on the website is captive bred. Vast majority of them in our facility.
And the other interesting thing for Utah residents is you work with the Division of Wildlife with the Desert Tortoise Adoption Program. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so if they ever pick up a desert tortoise that can't be returned to the wild, it's injured or maybe it's been in captivity for a bit and we're afraid it may have eaten something up, so we don't want to put it back to the wild tortoises. The division brings it to us, and then we work with Utah families that have room in their backyard for a tortoise. And as long as it's set up in a proper manner, we have a whole pamphlet of information on our website to kind of go through and see exactly what that means. But if your backyard's set up properly, then you can adopt one of those desert tortoises and you become the caretaker for that tortoise for the remainder of that tortoise's life. Or your life. They live a very long time, so you might get passed on to your kids. So.
They have to have it in your will.
Yeah, there's a part you sign on the permit that says, if I go before the tortoise, this is where the tortoise should go. Either bring it back to us, or the division, or pass it on to one of your kids if they want. But yeah, we run that whole adoption program for them. So we look at the applications, we check out the yards, make sure everything's good, and then we work as kind of a intermediate between the family that wants to adopt the tortoise and the division to get all that permit taken care of.
And so we're snake guys, but show off a few of your lizards for us. We're always curious to see the lizards.
So it's early in the season, so we don't have a whole lot. Everything's still kind of either in the egg or about to be born, but we do a lot with blue tongue skinks. So we have both the northern blue tongue skink, which is a very common pet skink, probably the best pet skink if you want a blue tongue. But we also work with tannenbars and a number of the Indonesian species. So this is one of the few captive bred tannenbars that you'll see. And then we have the brand new baby blue tongues that are playing shy today, so they're all under their substrate. But these are some of the 2023 babies that were born late March. So quite a few blue tongues, and then we do have some geckos, like cave geckos, and some day geckos. They're New Caledonian ones. There's a cool little Chinese cave gecko. And then, of course, the tokay geckos down there. Everyone loves those. Top bellies right here. So some captive red tokay geckos. Those are always fun.
Go ahead and jump in. Jason's got one more quick question for you, and then we'll be good.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite species of reptile food? Like snake, lizard?
So, what my crew has told me, whenever I'm asked that question, it's whatever I'm standing closest to. So right now, we say blue tongues are probably one of my favorites. The fact that we have so many hundreds of species that we work with, it's probably because I can't pick a favorite. Yeah, it's hard to say. Whichever one I'm looking at that moment, that's probably my top 5.
All right.
But
Fair enough.
I like them all. That's a hard decision.
Yeah.
This should be good.
Yeah. Hey, we're here at the Wasatch Reptile Show today, and we got Jeff with GMG Hogs here, reptiles. Leader in Hognose in the country. That's what I hear.
I just like Hognose a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've had them for a long time. I got my first one when I was 9. By the time I was 15, I actually had a pretty well-established collection and was producing them about 50 around. a year at that point, and they've just been my favorite species to work with, and they continue to be so.
And where are you located?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah. So I'm long distance currently.
Fantastic.
It's
Good to have you here in Utah.
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at some of these animals, and I'm just blown away. Like, he's got some of the high ends.
Are you exclusively hognose?
No, I work with a few other species, but hognose take up the majority of my collection, and I try to that's what I really like to focus on. So I still work with leopard geckos and some African fat-tailed geckos. I have a few Honduran milk snakes, but here today I have just a few leopard geckos and mostly western hognose. Western hognose is what I primarily like to work with.
So we're always curious, do you have an animal here that maybe has a do not sell price on it? Or
No,
what's the most expensive animal today?
I didn't bring anything quite like that, but I did bring up one of the most unique ones and expensive ones I brought is actually this Arctic sable conda Posset coffee. And he's extremely dark. Sables are known for being a hypermelanistic, recessive gene, but this guy is exceptionally hypermelanistic compared to typical sables.
And what's the price tag on that one?
$3,300.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stunning. That is a cool animal.
It's cool. Yeah, then I bought a Sunburst, which is also a sable, but with albino, so it's a double recessive. And it shows you what a sable looks like when you remove the melanin.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Thing glows in the dark.
Yeah, I brought a few other cool, like this Arctic lavender. So yeah, I tried to bring a really nice selection of hognose because, especially I know some shows, smaller shows like out west, sometimes I hear there's not a lot of hognose vendors.
Yeah, there's not a lot of examples of some of these rare morphs.
Yeah, so I tried to bring a little, sample of a little bit of everything I have. Here's a nice Super Conda Extreme Red Albino purple line.
Just.
May or may not pick up, but these are pretty yellow. Yeah, it's picking it up good.
That was cool. I thought that was a green.
Yeah, this is Lemon Ghost Anaconda. It's got Wolma lineage, so it's actually kind of affecting the conda a bit, getting some of this kind of more blocky, wide pattern.
Yeah, I work with the Great Basin gophers, and they're a codon.
Oh, okay.
Very similar to the anaconda gene.
Gotcha.
And sometimes you get those bigger blotches.
It's kind of variable too.
Yeah, super variable. Some of them look like normals almost, and some of the blotchings are a little fuzzy on the edges.
I see. I have a leucistic.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, he's trying to hide. Cute little guy.
Yeah, and he would actually be the most expensive one I have. But yeah, the leucistics are very nice. Here, these cups, you gotta go up and around.
Yeah.